Director Swan.
All right. First, to the chair, Mr. Perdue, and the honorable members of Metro Council, good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to provide you with a brief overview of the Office of Emergency Management FY18 budget request. With me today, I have Executive Administrator Drusilla Martin, and with me in spirit is our dedicated members of the Office of Emergency Management, who I would like to publicly just thank for another outstanding year. We have 9 full-time and 2 part-time and 43 volunteers as our staff. And I would also like to take the moment just to thank the appreciation for Talia and her team to help us put together a budget process this year. So the Office of Emergency Management has a healthy appreciation for the tremendous task at hand for the council. For those of you who may not be completely aware of the Office of Emergency Management function, I would like to just take a moment to briefly give you an overview. The Office of Emergency Management is put under the care of the Nashville Fire Department, but it's its own separate branch, its own separate budget, but it's managed by the Nashville Fire Department. I am Commander Will Swan. I'm Chief of Staff to the Nashville Fire Department under Director Chief Ricky White, but I'm the Director of the Office of Emergency Management. Also there, I have a staff there to manage our District Chief, Jay Survey, who does the daily operations. But in short, the Office of Emergency Management, the purpose is to facilitate coordination of emergency response activities and provide resources for support of emergency response activities within our great city of Nashville. We bring together all the infrastructure and we work together as one unit. We also coordinate planning, our comprehensive emergency management plan for the city. We make sure that it's tested, evaluated, and up to date for immediate implementation if need be. So basically, the Office of Emergency Management is a big resource tool. It's a small office, but it does a lot of incredible things. This year, our requests consist of 2 dispatchers, 1 planner/response personnel, and 1 diver. None of these items were recommended in the mayor's budget, but we will continue to ask for these items in the future years to come. Otherwise, we will continue to run the Office of Emergency Management with the current funding that we have. I'll turn it back over to the chair and to the council for if any questions.
Councilman Glover.
Thank you, Chair. Commander, if you would walk me back through the request that was not filled. I heard the diver. I was trying to write, and I wasn't following you as rapidly as I should have been.
Yes, sir. Well, we asked for 2 dispatchers.
2 dispatchers.
And 1 response/planner personnel, and we asked for 1 full-time diver.
And what's the total cost of that, please?
Well, for the 2 dispatchers, the total cost was $102,100. For their planner/response personnel, it was $70,200, and then for the diver, it was about $82,000. So total
$254,300.
Yes.
And all right, so help me. I'm trying to remember. I was here last year, and there was about a $500,000 increase in funding from the 15-16 to 16-17 budget. Help me remember what were those additional funds utilized for? Or
Yes, I'll let Drusilla Martin answer that question. Here's our budget.
I think you're referring to our special purpose fund page. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, D49-1 is what I'm looking at. Just going back at the 15-16 and looking at 16-17. Yeah.
Okay. Special purpose funds represents our grants, and our department runs off of an operating budget as well as 4 different grants. So any increase you would see on that line would be the increase of grants from 2015-16 to 2016-17.
And so give me an idea of what that accommodated and what it was utilized for.
Okay. So that increase includes the port security grant as well as the port security grant as well as the Homeland Security grant.
Okay. And as far as Metro's funding of the department, you're actually, you're seeing a decline this year, but I'm looking at the internal service charge of 85,000. Do you know what caused that decrease to happen? Or?
I absolutely do.
All right.
Okay, that 85.6 is ITS. There was a decrease of $13,000. And the major change there was a decrease in the number of OEM physical service managed by ITS and the decrease in the number of OEM PCs. Fleet decreased by 68,300, and that was because they changed from actual cost to average cost. Radio decreased by 4,300, and the decrease in the annual charge is due to the fact that we're charging now NES a higher tower utilization charge in FY18 than we did in 17, which resulted in a lower per radio rate for the users in the department. Surplus property didn't change, so that's a total of a decrease of 85,600.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Council Lady Murphy.
Thank you. Councilman Glover got my main question of repeating what those requests were. And so I guess I'm not sure what a response planner, do you have one of those now? Or is this just can you tell me more about that?
Well, the response planner, basically we do. We have, but with the city growth and so many different activities that's going on in the city, what the Office of Emergency Management do, we pretty much have our hands involved in just about everything that's going on in the city because we are part of the planning process. If it's a resource that's needed, then we are there to actually sort of cut through all the chase and actually go right to, we take the middleman out of it. So we were asking for that due to the fact that with all of the events, with the sporting events and all the musical activities and, everything that's going on in the city, that one person would just make a bigger difference for us to be able to go out and actually be on the scene and also be able to do education process as well as far as our with our regular citizens that's always needing, they want to be more educated with, in the case of an emergency, what to do. So this person would be in sort of planning/response personnel.
And so you don't have any of them? I'm
We
not
do
sure
have a
if it's
planner.
under-
We have a full-time
Okay.
planner, and we do have our Scott Harris is our, what we would call our response personnel. But again, it's just due to the growth of the city, they're just
Yeah.
overwhelmed. I mean,
Okay, I
we're-
wasn't sure how that
yeah.
fit in on this last page, so.
Right.
So, okay, so it would make a big difference on having another boots on the ground to get some of these things.
Oh, absolutely, it would. But we're able to, again, as I stated earlier, I understand that the budget request from everybody was about 155 million, and only 49 was given, 44 was, 24 was given out, yes. So again, we understand that, and we're going to do our part to continue on, but we're going to continue to ask for it as well, so.
Great, thank you.
All right.
Councilman Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So have we learned enough from the flood? Is there more to learn? Have we internalized all those lessons?
Well, I think we're always learning, Mr. Cooper. The biggest thing is that, and we welcome everybody to come out to our Office of Emergency Management because I think with the new council, it'd be beneficial for you. But again, the Office of Emergency Management, our biggest function for the city is just to coordinate everybody as the infrastructure to be one unit. And we do a lot of tabletops. We do a lot of exercises to try to prepare us in the event of any situation. The floods was one of those things that knocked us completely off of our feet, but we managed to take care of that situation because of the Office of Emergency Management and the teams planning together. One thing I can say, and I'll commend everybody, all the infrastructure that we work together as a team. There's not one person standing up saying they're the leader. So the Office of Emergency Management, again, we just coordinate that and work together as one unit.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Council Lady Virtue.
Thank you, Chair. I missed writing this note as it relates to the request for divers. How many do we have, and how many were you asking for again?
Well,
And how many years you've been asking for?
Well, this is actually the first year that we asked for a full-time diver. Our the volunteer staff that we have at the Office of Emergency Management is just incredible. We have a volunteer staff of about 43 right now, and it's composed of every walk of life. And we actually have some of the Metro firefighters. We have people from MTA. We have people from all within side of Metro that volunteer their time to come out in a crisis mode to give their talents. Now, we have divers. We have about 7 to 8 divers that we have. But what happens when a situation occurs, when we go from rescue to dive mode, then we're looking at body recovery. But the importance there is for closures when it comes to family members. If we have someone we've lost in an incident where we have to go in and find them, it just takes a while before we can get everybody together, because they may be coming from within Davidson County from anywhere. So it may take 40 minutes before we can get them on the scene. So if we'd have a full-time diver, then they would be designated for that situation. And it would just help with the timing.
So when we had the incident with the police officer, that was one of your divers?
Yes, our dive team actually went and found Officer Mumile, and that was actually one of the things that spiked the request. Now, remember, when we talk about diving, is recovery. So it wouldn't have saved his life, but the whole thinking here is that we want to be able to get closure. We were fortunate that our dive team did such an incredible job. All the teams that were there did an incredible job. We were able to get there in within minutes of it happening, but it still took a few minutes to even locate, even though we had a very good picture of where he was last seen. It still took probably 45 minutes to locate him. But again, the diver would just sort of cut the time, and we would have somebody full-time ready to hit the water in a moment's notice. It doesn't seem that important because I say body recovery, but when you're on the scene and you've got someone that's under the water and we cannot find them, we have to stay there and wait until our dive team, because it's a very methodical process. It's not going to, you can't just jump in the water and start looking for a person. It takes time. A diver would just cut the time down.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Seeing no other speakers in the queue, Director, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Again, thank you.